Hello, welcome to ESOL Grammar Resources. I'm Chris. Remember to press pause when you need to, and if I'm talking too quickly, you can slow the video down in settings. Let's get started. Today, we'll be talking about adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are used to say how often things happen. Examples are never, sometimes, often, usually, always. Never. Never is something that happens 0% of the time. For example, I have never been to the moon. Or, I never wear a jumper in the summer. Sometimes. Sometimes is used for something that happens occasionally. For example, it sometimes snows in the spring. Or, I sometimes buy coffee for my friends. Often. Often is something that happens regularly. For example, I often go out after work, or it often rains in autumn. Usually. Usually is something that happens very frequently, but not 100% of the time. For example, we usually get the train to work, or it usually takes longer to drive. Always. Always is something that happens 100% of the time. For example, I always wear a coat in winter. The adverb of frequency usually goes before the verb. For example, she never eats cheese. Eats is the verb, never comes before. When we want to know if something happens 0% or 100% of the time, we ask the question, how often? For example, how often do you go ice skating? I never go ice skating. Okay, let's answer these questions. How often do you watch films at the weekend? What was your answer? I always watch films at the weekend, or I never watch films at the weekend. Let's try another. How often do you fall asleep after a big meal? What was your answer? Do you always fall asleep after a big meal? Okay, let's recap. Today, we learnt about adverbs of frequency. We use adverbs of frequency to say how often things happen. Never is 0% of the time, and always is 100% of the time. We also learnt that to find out, we ask the question, how often? And lastly, we learnt that in a sentence, the adverb of frequency usually goes before the verb. Okay, that's it for today. Well done, everyone. See you next time.